Greetings, Light Tribe. Janine Palmer here, Spirit Silver Moon, Harmony, Energy, Healing, Sacred Sessions. And I want to do a video regarding an explanation of my writings a little bit. Some people are familiar with them, some people are not. And I have gone into brief explanations on the videos before. And in the writings as well. And I just want to say that it's the darkness that we either go through or experience here that really teaches us a lot, especially about ourselves and how to respond or react and how to engage or disengage to what people say. And I talk a lot about wounds, right? That we all have our stories and our wounds. And when we don't know how to process and release them, and if they get stuck in us, when they do come out, it's not pretty, okay? And those can be harmful to other people. And I'm speaking from experience. And so sometimes others will hold things against us. They will almost find things like where I was talking recently about people looking for negative things, and they might have a perception or a misperception or a limited perception of something. In other words, they see it a particular way, which might not be the way the other person sees it. The other person didn't know they were feeling that way or laboring under any misconceptions, if that's what was happening. And so a lot of labels happen and name calling, okay? And so that's destructive. It can be. But it's not just destructive to the people we're trying to harm. It's destructive to ourselves as well. But a lot of us don't get that, which is why I do the videos and which is why I do the writing. Not because I feel holier than thou or better than anyone else. Because I have experienced it in my space, how it felt, and I want to take that and I want to try to do something good with it, okay? To where you try to make something positive out of the negative. And what set me on my journey, I've said it before, I'll say it again in case people think it's hypocritical or something. Okay, I was brought up Christian, but there's so many different, I don't know, offshoots or belief systems of Christianity. It's boggles the mind. Thankfully, I was not brought up in any kind of a fundamentalist type of a situation. Because of the judgment, I suppose. So what I did is, after going through some difficult times, and someone Christian acted in what seemed to be a very unchristian way, very judgmental. And a lot of people that I know have talked about this particular experience, observation of this judgment. Okay, so I studied a lot. World religions. I went back to college. Okay. Philosophy, humanities, critical thinking, to learn, to try to get answers. And I studied biblical scholars and spiritual teachers on my own, and I learned a lot. And so I did a book that wasn't poetic. And then I started to make videos to talk about what was in the book. And then I started to write poetry again because I had done it like, I don't know, 18 years before at this point when I started again. And I thought this worked out to be a really good way for me to put my messages in poetic form because they're just short messages. And there's so many ways to find inner truth or what speaks to you or what resonates to you. to work your way back to the divine, okay? And even though I do mention Christianity in general, broad spectrum, in my writings a lot, it is to bring awareness, because it appears that a lot of people who adopt an ideology, they kind of take sides, almost like political things. And when a person or a group of people tries to put down another one, okay, that's all part of their experience of, but it's the battle, okay, that keeps stuckness going. So a huge part of my message in my writings, which I call rising above dogma or moving beyond dogma, isn't saying that people shouldn't be religious, because everybody needs to make their own choices. And there's really, really wonderful, nice, loving, amazing, compassionate religious people. And then there's other ones that seem to be very, very judgmental. Almost to the point that they mistreat people, really. And that's the reason I do the messages, is to be aware of how we treat each other, okay? I call it a calling, and some people might get that, and some people might want to, act like I'm batshit crazy or something, but I feel called to share messages, whether it's in my writings, through my writings, or these videos, about healing, okay, if it's wanted, right? Spiritual healing, energy healing. Because when we heal that part of ourself, then we don't have to be attacking other people, okay? So my writings, when they are talking about dogma or religions, they're not saying that those are wrong, but they are saying that there is much beyond them. Okay, so it's just a message I feel called to share. I can try to explain it. Maybe I don't have to. So I just want to take this time, and thank you for listening, to explain a little more deeply why I do what I do. And some people get it, and some people don't. But it is done from a place of good intention. Okay? Passion, compassion. And I guess that's it. Peace.